Hey guys, I got another disassembly video for you today, and we're going to be checking out a Springfield Armory, or HS Produkt, more accurately, Kuna. Nice little 9mm PCC. So let's go ahead, tear into it, and see how this pretty interesting roller delay blowback PCC comes apart. Alright guys, so we can go ahead and start things off here by popping out our proprietary Kuna magazine here. So you can see steel feed lips on there, and this is specific to the Kuna itself. So we can go ahead and set that aside. And the next step is going to be very familiar yet again. We have two pivot pins right here. And we'll go ahead and pop out the rear one first. And this one is brand new, hasn't had a single shot out of it outside of test shots at the factory. And it's not particularly stiff there, so you can see you can hinge it open with just that rear pin, and if you want to, you can take the stock off, the bolt carrier, all that stuff out of there. But I'm going to go ahead and remove the front pin as well, and this one is a tiny bit tighter, but still not terrible. I say as there we go. Alright, and with that front pin out, we can go ahead and fully separate the two. Now, just taking a look at the lower receiver here, you can see it is fully ambidextrous. We have ambi safety selector on both sides of the receiver. Some people are saying that these are very tight and hard to use. Mine is actually very nice. I love the tension on it. And then we also have ambidextrous mag release, which is in the same spot that it is on the AR-15, very easy to use. And at the same degree, we also have an ambidextrous bolt hold open and bolt drop, which again is going to be on both sides in the same place as an AR-15. And then we do have this very nice texturing up here. It's like a stippling and it feels really good. It's a little bit rough, but it really holds onto your hand there. Now looking on the inside of the trigger group, you can see where our bolt catch, bolt release works on this tongue here, which interfaces with the follower on the magazine. And then you can actually see that basically just rotates it upward there. And looking at the trigger group, this is not an AR-15 style of trigger. This is actually closer to an FNFAL or a SCAR style of trigger, where we have the spring offset to the side here. But it does have your sear and disconnector at the back of the hammer there, which is a little bit closer to an AR-15. So we can see it catch there and disconnect. Really nice trigger though, honestly, for a PCC. I really do like the stock trigger on this. And then we just have the rotating bar here in the back where the safety turns, and not a whole lot else here. So this does have replaceable pistol grips on it, which is very nice. And then it also has a little grip compartment at the back here. So if you want to keep your Skittles on the inside here, you can go ahead and do that. So you can see that there. One thing is this does rattle a little bit, so that is something to be aware of. But other than that, very nice little receiver. All right, next up we can go ahead and remove our bolt, which is on the inside here. We need to take off this end cap first. And to get this off, you just need to press down on it, so it'll pop a little bit there, and then you can pull it straight out the back of the receiver. And this is the one that comes stock on here, so this is a Picatinny rail, and it does come, or at least this particular one came with a Strike Industries brace on it. But we can go ahead and set that aside. There's really nothing back here, no buffer, nothing like that. And then the next step, we can go ahead and grab the charging handle, and you are going to want to break the rollers out of their recess. So if I go ahead and pull back a little bit, then you'll go ahead and see that roller pop up there. So now it's in the not really unlock position, but for all intents and purposes, unlock position. And then we can go ahead and pull our recoil spring and buffer. This is just a rubber buffer at the end and nothing else too crazy there. And then coming back here, you can go ahead and grab the bolt face here, pull back on it, and pull the bolt carrier. And this little last part here gets a little bit tight out the back of the receiver. All right, now here is the bolt as well as the roller assembly up front, and this is how it delays the opening of the action. This is a roller delay blowback, and it is incredibly similar, and people will point this out all the time, to the SP9A3 version of the Stribog. And I actually do have one of those, and here is the bolt carrier group for my Stribog. And you can see the system works almost entirely the same. So we have this weight up here, and then when I tear this apart, you can see on the inside for the angled ramp that presses this down, that this has to push up against to draw this in to allow the bolt to go backwards. Stribog actually comes apart incredibly easy, and it's hard to not come apart because the roller just falls completely out the side. And then out comes this plug here with that ramped interface here that you can see. Now, for the Kuna, they did improve this system, and HS Produkt themselves actually admitted that this was a refinement of the Stribog system of roller delay blowback. And the big thing here is that roller does not just pop out on its own accord, and it's also spring loaded here. Now we can go ahead and pop this roller out very easily by pressing it to the side. And then there we can pull out the roller here. So you can see it's just a very smooth piece of steel. And one difference between this and the Stribog is this is a piece of rolled steel. So you can see not necessarily rolled, but it does have that cutout in the center there. And it is hollow versus a Stribog, which is solid. Now, once that comes out will pop this little piece here. And this is what actually retains it in there. You can see there is a spring clip on the inside, which puts pressure on the roller itself. So it won't just pop out the side. It's actually fairly stiff when it's not in there. So we can set that aside, and then we can go ahead and pull out this angled locking assembly here and actually compare it to the Stribog. So you can see it's a little bit longer and actually a little bit lighter, or at least more of the weight is protruding out backwards here. But again, it's the same style of system. And the Kuna also has a spring on the inside there, which puts pressure forward on it. So that would also help with the delaying function of this as well. And then we can actually further disassemble this. If you look at the Stribog bolt here, it doesn't have a firing pin safety, and the firing pin is being held in by a roll pin, so that's not something you're typically going to want to take out on a standard cleaning. But for the Kuna, it does have a pin back here, and then it also has a firing pin safety on it, which is a nice touch. And for the pin back here, you just press it out the side, and you see that there. And then your firing pin will start popping out the back. Just pull over on that firing pin safety and it will drop right out the bottom, the firing pin, as well as its spring here. So I can see pretty thin firing pin, but it is a nice little 9mm carbine, so shouldn't be a big deal. And then this is the bolt actually fully disassembled here. Now, one other bolt I can pull out here is an MP5 bolt. So you can see this also is roller delayed. However, this is a more complicated system. We have the two rollers here and then a locking piece on the inside. If I go ahead and unlock it here, you can see the locking piece. So it's a more complicated system. It does reduce the recoil more than the Stribog or the Kuna, but in any case, it is a lot more expensive and difficult to produce. Now, coming back to the upper receiver, there's a couple more things we can do here. So we still have our folding charging handle here on the side, but that is very easy to remove. You just pull it back to the disassembly notch here, and then after a little bit of convincing, it will pull right out the side of the Kuna. And then you can also swap it over to the left side here if you'd like to, if you're a lefty, so you can change that over very easily. And then we can also go ahead and remove the charging handle carrier, which is on the inside here. And I'll just take a punch and you can press it right out the front and just give it a little bit more force and it hopefully won't go shooting across the room. And you can see the carrier here, and it does have this little spring-loaded portion at the front, which actually interfaces with, you can't really see it in there, but there is a cutout like right here, which keeps it forward because this is a non-reciprocating system. But this will also give you a nice view of where the rollers actually interface with the receiver here. So it's very difficult to see in there. But there are two little cutouts on either side of the receiver. There you can kind of see one of them there. And that's what the roller actually presses into. As pressure is pushing against the bolt face, it has to force that roller up into its recess and then also pull back on that weight. And that is what gives you your delaying mechanism. And then looking on the inside, we do have a fixed ejector here, which is this very nice satin color, which it will never be again after I fire it. And then also you have a replaceable feed ramp up here at the front. And other than that, it's a pretty simple system. You do have these very nice folding sights here that have windage adjustable on the rear and then also elevation adjustable on the front. As well as when they're flipped down, you have pistol style sights there. And that's really all we have to go over for the receiver, but you do have plenty of room in there to get in and clean everything off. And while I typically don't do reassembly, there is one thing I did want to show you with the Kuna. And if you go ahead, and I need to pop this rear pin out again, and you want to go ahead and reinsert your bolt, you'll see that the roller there is in the downward position and it starts hitting the receiver right there. Now, there are some people who will just slam it here, which technically you can do. It will work. However, an easier way to do this is you can see the block right here. That's part of the roller assembly. And what you can do is actually take your finger, press in on that block, which will cause the roller to drop down. So you can kind of see that there. And it will very easily slide into the receiver then. And then you just need to give it a little bit of force and it'll start popping back into place. So that way you don't have to go slapping the back of your bolt to get those rollers to retract. That's a little bit easier and it will make it so it doesn't wear badly back here. Alright guys, and there's an HS Produkt or Springfield Armory Kuna fully field stripped. And as you can see, it's actually pretty simple. There's not a ton going on with it. So thank you for checking out the video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.